Shit.
Sounds good. Sounds good. None. Okay. Sweetness. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what Daddy likes to hear in his podcast.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
What do you want to do first?
Suicide Squad.
All right.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm going full screen with it. I'm just going full screen. I want to all those dirty panties.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Sucking, fucking, and touching.
It's starting, Mike. There's a red screen.
It has begun.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Colonel. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire on. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What?
We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Blood sport.
Blood sport?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
Num.
Any questions? Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
We're all gonna die.
I hope so. I hope for fuck's sake.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley, although that isn't an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth.
What's the plan?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the leader. You're supposed to be decisive.
And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
If this whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
This is suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
Don't you worry, eh? I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Oh my God! We've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit!
That sounds like me and Mike.
The angels are splooching all over us.
I'm not lying. I kind of dig that, man. I kind of dig it.
Dig the fuck out of that, man.
I kind of dig it.
It's
I know
so
that
raunchy.
I did see some a lot of people. You made that announcement for the live stream tonight. They were like, I think it's a lot of forced humor. I don't think it was forced humor. I think it was just like them knowing it's tongue in cheek. It's so fucking obviously tongue in cheek. They're like, we're just gonna embrace it. It's gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy with a rated R like version. Like, I mean, I dig it. I fucking dig that kind of shit. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like winning awards or anything, but they're having fun, and they're gonna be rated R, which I'm digging. So
Yeah, dude, like I'm like the fucking dicks on the beach line was my favorite out of the whole thing. The goddamn.
Yeah, dude, and I like that Harley Quinn is dressed like that one chick from the Eurythmics. Doobie doobie doop doop doop. She looks like that chick.
Is it weird that she's hotter with blood coming out of her nose? I don't know what that says about me as a human being.
I gave fuck one. I was like, I bypassed that.
It might sound. It might sound shitty or whatever, but just the fact that they have the balls to make this. You know, we've been talking a lot of shit about Warner Brothers and their bad decisions with deciding apparently not to restore the Snyderverse and what they're doing. But we've been saying for a long time that DC and Warner Brothers needs to lean into the fact that they're not Marvel and do more kind of raunchy shit, do more R-rated shit, do more shit for adults, and let Marvel be their thing. And they can still do their Aquaman movies that are going to be fanfare for everybody. But a movie like The Suicide Squad, the fact that they put out a trailer, they put put out a trailer today that had a joke where John Cena was like, if there was a fucking beach full of dicks, I would eat every one of them in the name of patriotism. Like, that is balls to the end of the earth, and it's 90s as fuck, and I love it, man.
And he's playing that character. He's playing that character exactly the way he should play that character.
Yeah,
So,
and the gore, and Stallone as a shark, fucking genius, you know?
yeah, and again, is it going to be like award winning? No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, no, but it's going to be fun. I mean, and it might be surprising. I think it's going to be like, who just tickled my butthole? I wasn't expecting it. Guardians of the Galaxy. If you look at Guardians of the Galaxy, when that came out, nobody really they were like, who the fuck is
I
that?
didn't think it was
Who's
going to be good.
Star-Lord?
I thought it was going to suck,
I knew
dude.
Well, I knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were, because I read comic books back in the day, but not like that, not in the version that they showed us. And I was just as shocked as everybody else. Like, holy shit, this is fucking good. And it's like tongue in cheek all the way through it. It's really fun. They're just having a great time. It was a blockbuster night. Let's rent a fucking movie. And it was fun.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the same thing with this. I think a lot of people are going to be pleasantly surprised when this movie comes out.
It feels like somebody finally took the idea that was Deadpool and put it into their own movie. You know what I mean? And I think James Gunn's perfect for that. And I think it was cool to see James Gunn go to DC and be like, oh, you're going to let me fucking make beach dick jokes and do all this stuff? Like, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. And
Man,
like, Harley just made a joke about this, like someone splurging everywhere. Like, I love this shit, man.
I think it's gonna be really good. And I again, like you said, I'm glad that they got the balls to put movies out like this. Again, it's really nice. It's incredible, and it's a really good thing when you have two competing companies that have two separate types and styles of shooting superhero flicks. I mean, you have Marvel, the MCU, and those are great, and you can take your kids to go see them, and they're fun, and they're lighthearted, and you can get behind the characters, and good triumphs over evil. And then you go to DC, and it's a lot more like NWO. It's like the WCW Monday Nitro. It's fucking like gritty, like it's like it's like we don't know what's gonna happen next week.
Exactly.
Kevin Nash might come down and beat the fuck out of Sting, or Sting might descend from the rafters with a bat. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, but it's fun. Like that's what we need, and that's that goes also back to the argument of the Snyderverse. I don't want DC to feel like they have to become Marvel. Like, you don't have to become those fuckers. Let them do their thing, and you guys become like Thunder Road. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree, dude. I think that's what they're doing with this trailer. And like you said, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be Logan or anything like that. No, but if it's a fun R-rated, because let's be honest, dude. If a bunch of adults, not only a bunch of adults, but a bunch of fucking convicts, of convicts who are like fucking criminals hot, are out and they're in the middle of a wild situation where like shit's falling from the sky and shit's going crazy, they're gonna make a bunch of dick jokes. They're gonna make a bunch of R-rated comment. That is realistic to the fucking thing. Right. So for me, and I hate to only talk about the fact that it's R-rated and they're making dick jokes, shit like that, but to me, in a comedy, in a world where comedies don't exist because everybody's fucking so sensitive, I'm really excited about that.
Cancel.
Yeah. What's wrong with eating a beach full of dicks, huh?
Stop
What's
breaking the law, asshole!
Why is it funny to eat a bitch full of dicks? Beach full of dicks. But and the action's good or whatever, and it's kind of wacky and out there. John Cena with his fucking bowl cut helmet on, but I fucking dig the shit out of it, dude. I'm really pumped about this movie.
And I know the argument. I've heard it before. Like, well, the comic book characters are meant for children or whatever. It's not really. That's not necessarily true. The ones that grew up reading these comic book characters and the ones that have kept this movement alive for these live action films. Dude, I remember getting Electronic Gaming Monthly back in 2000 or 1999 when they were just then discussing a possibility of a Spider-Man movie and being all fucking hyped. And I was like a kid. We're the ones that kept that shit alive. And as your audience fucking evolves and they grow a little older, you write the books or you write the fucking films for them. And I'm not saying that kids shouldn't be allowed to read, or they shouldn't make the comic books for the kids too. I'm just saying, like, the ones that are keeping the cinematic universes alive, as far as like, DC's like darker, kind of grittier. We grew up with these characters. We want to see them updated a little bit to where, in our same kind of realm. We're the guys like that you should be marketing to, or us fans like that. And they're doing a good job. And that's a perfect example of it. Deadpool was you guys remember the controversy with that? The mother writing in to the studio saying, I can't take my 13-year-old son to go see it, or 12-year-old son, or whatever the fuck it was, because it's rated R. And I think, I don't know if Ryan Reynolds or somebody responds like, well, maybe it's because he's fucking 12 or 13. It's an adult movie. I mean, if you want to take your kid to go see it and you're they're 13 years old. I don't see a problem with it, but look, it's an 18 plus movie, so I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, but man, that's a good trailer. I don't know what people were talking about, that the humor was forced. I think it's going to be a tongue-in-cheek kind of film. And I think it's going to be, a black comedy. And I like that. Honestly, when they were walking towards the screen with that yellow lettering popping up, I felt like it could have said directed by Quentin Tarantino. And so I was like, I like that.
Yeah,
Ooh-wee.
exactly, dude. I think it's gonna be great, man. I cannot fucking wait to see it. And I'm excited to see James Gunn be able to let his freak flag fly and put some of his horror and dark comedy elements into it and let it be on a main stage for sure.
Did you say horror?
Horror.
I thought he's like, yeah, I want to see his horror get on stage.
Gunn's a whore.